You're the reason I still believe. I used to think that love was just a story, something people said when they were scared. I watched the promises turn into silence and learned to live like no one really cared. I built a wall around my heart so slowly, brick by brick, I kept the world away. I told myself that I would never need you, I told myself I'd be okay. But then you came into my life like sunlight. Through every crack I tried to hide. You never asked me to forget my sorrow, you simply stayed right by my side. And when I couldn't see tomorrow, you held my hand and helped me breathe. When I was lost inside my shadows, you were the light I couldn't see. You're the reason I still believe that a broken heart can learn to beat. You're the reason I can finally breathe when the whole world feels too heavy for me. You showed me love doesn't have to leave. You gave me something I was afraid to need. And if there's one thing I know for sure, you're the reason I still believe. I remember nights I cried in silence, wondering if I'd ever feel again. I was afraid that every kind of forever would always find a way to end. Then you looked at me without pretending, like every scar was part of who I am. You didn't try to change the broken pieces, you just reached out and held my hand. And somehow all the fear became much smaller. The darkness didn't feel so deep, because you taught my tired heart a lesson. Some promises are ours to keep. And when I couldn't face the morning, you were the voice that called my name. You reminded me that after every storm, the sun can find its way again. You're the reason I still believe that a broken heart can learn to beat. You're the reason I can finally breathe when the whole world feels too heavy for me. You showed me love doesn't have to leave. You gave me something I was afraid to need. And if there's one thing I know for sure, you're the reason I still believe. Oh, I still believe, because you believed in me. When I couldn't find a reason, you gave my heart the reason to breathe. If tomorrow brings another battle, if the road gets harder than before, I won't be afraid of where it takes us. I know what I'm fighting for. I spent so long afraid of losing that I forgot how beautiful it is to find somebody worth the falling, someone who makes you wanna live. So if my hands begin to tremble, if I lose my way beneath the rain, I remember every time you found me, and I'll choose you all over again. Because you never promised me perfection, you only promised you would stay. And somehow that was more than enough to make me believe in love again. You're the reason I still believe that a broken heart can learn to beat. You're the reason I can finally breathe when the whole world feels too heavy for me. You showed me love doesn't have to leave. You gave me something I was afraid to need. And if there's one thing I know for sure, you're the reason I still believe. Maybe love is not a perfect picture, maybe forever isn't always clear. Maybe it's just two hearts choosing to hold each other through the fear. And if the stars should disappear, and that's enough to guide the way. I spent my life afraid of falling, but you taught me how to take the leap. And now I know the greatest miracle is finding someone who believes. You're the reason I still believe that there's still hope inside of me. You're the reason I can finally see the kind of love I thought I'd never receive. You showed me I was worth more than my pain. You taught my heart to trust again. And if I ever lose my way, I'll hear your voice and find my the whole world turns its back on me. If I forget what love is supposed to be, I look into your eyes and I remember you were the reason I believed. You are the reason I still believe.